Hello.
Hey.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Look how little I look to you. Oh. Wait, I think I need a boost seat. I look like I'm wearing no clothes.
Who's wearing clothes?
Okay, right, anyway, we'll just roll with it, as we always do. So today, highly requested, I sound so sassy, don't I?
We're gonna go over how to start a YouTube channel. Because lots of people have asked. And
when I was first starting, when did I start? So it was after I graduated.
September time?
Yeah, last September, so
roughly
September 2019. I have about, well, I'm not a massive YouTuber still, obviously, but I'm almost up to 2K, which is amazing. I have a lot of ghost followers, which is quite common when starting YouTube. So they're the watchers and they're the ones that don't actually interact with you, which is not a problem. Obviously, not everyone wants to comment.
I'm one of them.
Are you one of them? You comment on my stuff?
Yeah, I'll comment on yours, but like in general, like
okay.
It's not very often I'll actually leave a comment on a YouTube video. I'll like it.
Yeah.
But it's not very often I'll leave a comment. Just
see, you know, before I started YouTube, I wouldn't comment, but now I comment because I know it helps people. Yeah. But it's actually really upsetting when the person doesn't get back to you. But obviously, when you are a big YouTuber, you can't reply to all comments. And you get really excited when people actually reply to you, like, oh my god, because you almost feel like they're famous in a way. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so we're gonna start rambling. I have a coffee as usual. Monster. Right, okay. So the first thing on starting a channel, you're going to need a camera. We had no idea what camera to get.
To be fair, initially we didn't have a camera.
We used,
we used the iPhone.
So we'll let you into a little secret. I actually started off on my phone until I could afford a camera. And I didn't want people to know that I was using a phone because I felt shit, to be honest. But
you don't need a camera.
You don't.
In the words of Casey Neistat, the best camera you can use is the one you have on you.
Capture the moments, the one you have on you.
It doesn't matter, you could go out and spend 80 grand on a red camera, which is over the top and not needed for nearly anything. Or you could just use your phone.
You know what, I'm going to sit on my knees, guys, so I can actually see you.
Hello.
That's better.
You're comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could literally use your phone. Most phones today will film in HD. That's the main requirement. No one wants to watch a YouTube video filmed in 200p and it looks like it's been filmed on a potato. But you really don't need a lot to begin with. You can do everything. In fact, you could do YouTube for no cost whatsoever.
But eventually you start to feel a bit about the quality. Obviously with a camera, the quality is much better. Also, another thing that I found using my phone was my memory.
Yeah, you'll run out of space. That's your main issue. And also, if you are using an iPhone specifically, the issue we ran into was iPhone films in a .mov file, and we use Premiere Pro to edit. You could use Final Cut Pro, which is free on most Macs, I think. There's various editing softwares you could use, but with Premiere, for some reason it would not take the iPhone file.
No, it was awful.
So I'd have to convert it all first into an MP4, which would add a ridiculous length of time before you could even put it into your program to then edit, and then it was just learning to edit, which again,
you caught up on it quite quickly.
Yeah, but I've had previous experience in like the Adobe suite, so Photoshop, Illustrator. Yep. Editing was it's
kind of second nature to you.
Yeah,
it was in your forte.
Yeah, like I knew roughly what to do. My issue was the layout. Just finding and shortcuts, but now I know shortcuts.
And you struggled with time lapses as well, didn't you?
Yes, time lapses were a little confusing.
And I love time lapses.
I know that some phones and a lot of cameras have a dedicated time lapse function. the camera we use, the Canon G7X.
That is the camera we are using right now. We will insert pictures of it.
We'll put, and we'll leave a list to our equipment.
All down below. But we're going to talk about what equipment we use anyway, because it's not actually ours.
No. But yeah, so this camera that we use doesn't actually have a dedicated time-lapse function. So for us, we have to just film as normal. And then
Jay will
speed it up in post, which...
Also a little tip, when, because obviously Jay edits for me and I don't edit, I just film. I do this little thing which really helps him out, and I'll be like, Jay, this is a time-lapse, or Jay, I want this like this. Because obviously my vision is probably a little bit different to Jay's. He is very structural, because obviously he's a graphic designer and I'm a lot more creative, so I like my things just to be quiet.
If I wasn't there for the filming process, I don't know what Jade's
I'm trying to go
vision was for it. So if Jade's like, this is a time lapse, and I'm like, oh, okay.
See, I'm very lucky. I have someone editing for me. A lot of people won't, which then this becomes a lot harder. So what I would recommend before doing all that, I would get used to the camera for a couple of months. It did take me a while. I kind of shot into it. I would also use that footage to learn how to edit it. We will leave what we like. What did you say? Cut Pro or something?
Final Cut Pro. No, that's one you can use. I use Premiere Pro.
Okay.
They both do the same thing.
But yeah, so using, what was I saying? I've lost track now.
So yeah, to get used to it.
Yeah, so I would edit yourself for a couple of months.
Just be editing. You don't even have to do that. You could look. You don't have to edit a proper video. Just,
yeah, but I reckon
you
there's
could
quite a lot of perfectionists out there.
Any video. Yeah, but you could use any video.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be you.
You don't have to film it yourself. You just need any video, import it in, and just practice like cutting bits out and.
You could even do little documentaries. So moving on from that and what camera we use and stuff, I wanted to talk about your brand, what you actually want to be. See, this is something I've massively struggled with. So when I first started, I wanted to be lifestyle and fashion basically. I just wanted to do hauls, I wanted to do positivity videos, and I obviously wanted to do vlogs, because for me vlogs show that people are real, that people are different. And I find them quite interesting. Even people just pottering around the house, it just depends. I actually put one on for my sister the other day, a vlog, not of me, of someone else, and she was like, yeah, it's boring, turn it off. And you know what, I thought, Jesus, okay, are people doing this with my vlog? So it kind of got me thinking a little bit, because obviously she doesn't watch me anyway, but she doesn't have time. Not many people do. But yeah, I'm going off track. So basically, find your brand, what you want to be. So I've gone down the route of being like, oh, okay, there's a video trending, I'm going to film it. I didn't really want to do that, so I didn't mind doing the assumptions, because that's obviously getting to know me. But what have I done? Like the shot, is it the shot video? That's not something I would really want to be putting on my channel. What else have I done that I've not really?
I don't know, we had like the family and friends plan your day.
Yeah.
The challenge type.
Yeah, I'm not, like for me, I've been kind of caught up. I put a lot on my Facebook, what would people like to see, and they've actually said that. But for me, obviously starting up, it's fine. But for me, eventually, I do just want it to be about inspiration, inspiring people, positivity and fashion. And especially when I do my masters, definitely want to show like some of my work and things like that. I just don't, it's really hard to get caught up, that's what I'm saying. So I would have a clear, oh. Monster gone down the wrong way. Would you like some coffee?
No, absolutely not.
So I would get yourself a couple of notebooks, especially with the front cover that inspires you. I would have a book of ideas, a book of what you want to show. It could be anything. Just because, like, obviously the YouTubers I watch is beauty, fashion, lifestyle. There's all sorts out there. Like, Jade, tell them sort of the things you watch.
So I watch, I like cars. So I watch people in the automotive space. And I also like mysteries and conspiracy type stuff. So I'll watch things like that, and things like the Joe Rogan Experience, where he does his interviews with various people. I like to watch stuff like that. So that's what I do when I watch the pops.
Yeah, he watches his YouTube. See, for me, it's a whole, I don't know, I just like a real YouTuber. Like, you can really see when people are fake, and that is one thing please do not do. if you're on the camera most of the time and you're filming your live or you're filming videos, because obviously not everyone vlogs, people will notice if you're not being yourself, and it comes through the camera instantly. And I have to turn it off because I'm like, especially the shady YouTubers, the ones that are getting like, oh, I'm not, like, I get brands that you can't say things, but ones that are on about their vlogging, their live, yet they keep things really, really stingy. And I don't know about you, but it's just like, it's not real emotion, it's not raw. And I'm just like, if you're gonna do that, don't vlog. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, be yourself, make sure you know what content you want to produce, have a clear line, don't blur between the lines, make sure you're doing what you're doing and you're not watching anybody else. Obviously trend videos do better, like I said. I've been doing, I think, is it Chloe Ting? Everyone's doing Chloe Ting video, workout videos and stuff. And honestly, I wanted to put one up because I've actually been doing it. I'm going to mention it in my vlog, but I don't want to put a video purely to be that, because it's not something I want on my channel. I'm not a bloody exercise guru, but it's a trend video that are doing really well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like my hauls do a lot better. Like tag names, so Misguided, Pretty Little Thing, Zara. You've got to get them. Keywords, sorry. So Jay, when he's uploading, he will enter keywords. It's like Instagram, it's like anything. It's like matching an algorithm, what's trending, what's going on. People type these keywords into YouTube, and they may watch your videos, they may click off it. I don't know, sorry, my phone's always bloody buzzing in videos, isn't it? I should put it on silent. But yeah, so what have we covered? We've covered what you could have as content, we've covered the camera, we've covered like the phone bit. We're going to talk about tripods and lighting. So
we have 2 tripods. We have one, which you're on. That's a big one. And then we have this little thing. This is something super cheap. You could grab one of these for probably £5 to £10 from Amazon or eBay, probably even less if you wanted to.
So a lot of people tend to vlog like this. I actually just use the camera, but when we're out, it's a lot easier. You can
take this, and honestly, this has all these twisty bits with flashing red. So you can hold like there and go, hey guys, blah, 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 blah. This also, you fit your phone in it if you want to. We're currently on a bigger tripod. This is actually our friend's. We
use our Jay's best mate.
Farouz, he bought
a long tripod.
He bought a big tripod and a big light.
Big light, which we have over there.
We have over light, that's why we're so bright in.
Yeah, because it's actually horrible outside today. So our camera's flashing red. So another thing, camera batteries.
Buy a spare battery.
We do not have a spare battery, and we are always needing it because honestly, I have just filmed 2 videos before this though, so.
Well, that's another thing. For like, because of Jade's condition, Jade obviously, some days she's really not feeling very well, she's not up to filming, I'm sure she's mentioned it before. You've got to be in the right headspace. If you're not
100%.
If you're not in that mentality of cool, I'm going to film, I'm going to do this, it'll show across on camera.
It's like I said, like everything shows. It's even also being confident on the camera, and also
that'll come with time.
That honestly,
when you first start, even just as a test, you could just literally try and don't show anyone, just use your phone and walk around your house and go, hey guys,
or whatever your intro, like people have different intros.
This is weird.
It was, you know what, how long have I been doing it again?
Probably 5-6 minutes now.
Maybe like 7.
Maybe.
Guys,
just recently.
I've only just started looking at myself. And it's still very
weird if you're out in public.
It depends what mood I'm in.
Alright, I find it weird when you're out in public and you pull your phone out or your camera out and you're like, so guys, I'm just in so-and-so, and people walk past you and like,
yeah. But yeah, so that's what we covered. So we've got like, we're going to leave, because a lot of people have ring lights as well, especially if you're going to be doing beauty. Ring light, very important. We use something called a mount dog, which is basically a big, I love the word mount dog.
I'll get a little.
Yeah, so we'll put, and what we'll do, we'll insert pictures as we're talking so you know what I'm on about, because I know how confusing this can be. So I think we've covered pretty much everything. Yeah,
so I'll just quickly, you're going to need some form of camera, some form of editing software.
And a laptop,
yeah, or so a computer or a laptop.
What computer do we use?
We use an iMac.
And we've also got
a
MacBook for when Jade doesn't want to sit at his computer. And I'm actually starting to learn to edit as well.
That's basically it. You don't need to go extra and buy separate microphones or...
That'll come with time.
You'll learn at the times you'll need that. Like this particular camera has the mic sits on top. Bit of a nightmare when you go to spin it around, and half the time, especially me, I put my fingers straight on the mic, and then
it goes to edit.
When I go to edit it, and it's like
sounds like you're underwater basically.
And you're like.
It's even me when I'm flipping the camera around. I really struggle to, because it has a viewfinder on it, and this is what I struggled with my mobile. If you're obviously on selfie mode, you can't,
well, selfie mode's a terrible camera on your phone, so you want to use the back camera, but then you can't see yourself.
Yeah, this was my biggest problem, and I was like, obviously you don't know if you look okay, but you also shouldn't spend most of the time looking in, I get distracted by the viewfinder quite a lot.
It is a bit weird because naturally your eyes are gonna be drawn to the screen to make sure you're looking alright, but the key is to not look up here, you want to look here.
So it's like if I spoke to you like, hello, that's normal, but I kind of, you can see when so I'm looking at the viewfinder now, and then this is me looking into the camera. It's completely different. And I think, a lot of my, when you're editing, I bet I look in the viewfinder most of the time, don't I?
Then
something I'll work on.
One thing you're gonna want is music. In vlogs and videos, it's important not to use copyrighted music. YouTube do not like any form of copyright.
Your videos will go blank and there will be no sound in your videos.
They will just cut your sound out. If you monetize your videos, they will disallow monetization.
We've not spoke about all that. Do you think we should do that in a separate video?
We'll do a separate one on that. This will be to get you started.
This is just basic.
So
basic.
We use a YouTube channel called Audio Library. Audio Library is ran by YouTube. It is completely 100% copyright free music. They have 2 channels. One uploads maybe twice a day. One or two every 2 or 3 days. And it is a free site. You can get to it from the YouTube studio, or they have their own channel. So that's where we'll get music from, because that way we know that there's going to be no issues. It gives you all the info to copy and paste just in your description. So if you've ever read our descriptions, right down at the bottom we'll have a whole section with music, contact the artist, That's where we get it. You can go to things like Artlist, and there's various websites that'll do it. You pay monthly or you pay per song. But you don't need to, not when there's thousands of free songs that you could use.
And you know what? It's some really good music. It's nice not to hear. It's nice not to hear the same music. Like bloody TikTok. I know everyone's on TikTok, and it'd probably do wonders for my channel, but I cannot bring myself to go on it. Their music, I just can't. I just cannot do it, and I'm not happy that I can't do it, but it is what it is. So guys, we're going to wrap that video up. This is going to be kind of what you need to start with. If you do want us to do a more in-depth video about monetizing...
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, because we don't want to film it if you're not going to be interested, and maybe you know about that, but there's watch time hours.
If there's anything that we didn't cover here, ask a question, and
we will get back to you.
We'll get back to you in the comments. Either Jade will, or you never know, you might be blessed with me on my own channel. I don't have a channel, but my account. You might just see Jade comments and replies, and you'll be like, who on earth is this? It's me.
Oh yeah, I reckon people prefer you more than me.
Maybe. Let us know in the comments below, guys.
You idiot.
Imagine. I'll set up a poll.
You better not set up a poll.
And we'll have votes.
Okay guys, right. I love you lots and lots. Thank you
very much for watching.
Thank you for the support as always. Big thumbs up, notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already.
Leave a comment, even if it's bad. Yeah, don't matter. It's engagement.
Yeah, leave us a comment.
It'll help us.
If you want to write, what are you two clowns? I'm sorry, but what are you?
That's fine.
Go ahead, we'll work on it.
Up our engagement, and it will help. So,
bye guys.